Welcome, my dear students. Welcome back to another part of the leadership, a new part of the leadership curriculums. Shall we go now for the start part? What we have here today, we'll talk about the leadership. And for the leadership, when we talk about it, we have to mention that the good leader are, like you see here, good leaders are made, not born. They are made, but they are not born. Those are the good leaders. Always they are made. Made means that the situations and the positions is the one who created them. And the events and the actions and the reactions created from them leaders. But they by themselves, they were not born as leaders. They were not born as leaders, but they came to be leaders from the situations and the positions which happen and the actions during their career life. Leadership is a process by which, this is the definition of the leadership, which a person influences others to accomplish an objective and directs the organization in a way that makes it more cohesive and coherent. So again, the leadership definition again, like you see here, is a process. It's a process by which a person influences others. The person influences others to accomplish an objective and direct the organizations in a way that makes it more cohesive and coherent. Make it more cohesive and more coherent. The leader is the one who makes all the people work towards one objective or the organizational objective. Makes all the efforts goes there. This is the meaning of the leader. So leadership is a process by which a person influences others. Look at this also. A person influences others. This is another definition for the leadership. To accomplish an objective. Look at this. To accomplish an objective. So it's the influence is not for the purpose of personal interests, but it's for the purpose to accomplish an objective and direct the organization in a way that makes it more cohesive and coherent. Okay. There are 4 factors for leadership. There are 4 factors for the leadership. What are those 4 factors? What are those 4 factors? Let us see. There are 4 factors for the leadership. What are those factors? Leader, you must have a honest understanding of who you are, what you know, and what you can do. Also note that it is the followers, not the leader or someone else, who determines if the leader is successful. So the leader is not enough that he appraise himself, that he say that I am a leader, and he evaluates his efforts. No. The followers are the one who said he supposed to be a successful leader or no. The followers are the one who will determine if he is a successful leader or no, but not the leader himself. Principles of leadership, and this is very important to talk about, the principles of leadership. So what are those principles of leadership? What are the principles of the leadership? To help you know and do follows these 11 principles of leadership. Those are the principles of leadership. Know yourself and seek self-improvement. This is the first point. Just know yourself and seek self-improvement. This is the first point. In order to know yourself, you have to understand your be, know, and do attributes. Seeking self-improvement means continually strengthening your attributes. This can be accomplished through self-study, formal classes, reflection, and interacting with the others. So the first point in the principles of leadership is to know yourself. The second point, be technically proficient, means you will be a leader when everyone knows that you are fine, you are good in your own work, that you are fine in your own work. You are okay, you are very fully aware of the work contents. Seek responsibility. To be a leader, you look for the responsibility, you look for more duties, you look for more work, and take responsibility for your action. Search for any way to guide your organizations to new heights. And when things go wrong, they often tend to do sooner or later, do not blame the others. So if there is mistakes, there is fails, there is fall downs, don't put the blame on the others around you. So be technically proficient and seek responsibility. Analyze the situation, take corrective actions, and move into the next stage. Step 4, make sound and timely decisions. Don't be late in your decisions. Make your decision in time. Make all your decisions in time. Don't be late in decisions. Use problem-solving solutions, decision-making, and planning tools always. As a leader, you have to use these ways. Use problem-solving, decision-making, and planning tools as well. 5, set the examples. Be a good role model for your employee. Be a good role model for your employees. They must not only hear what they are expected to do, but also see what must become the change we want to see. They must be a part of the change. The employees must be a part of the change as well. Set the examples. So this is number 5. So don't ask them to do something and you are not doing because you are a sole model for them or a role model for them. So you have to help them by doing something. You be the pioneer and they will see you doing it, then you will also do it. So be an example for them in everything. Know your people. You have to know your people and look out for their well-being. So you have to know your people and look for their well-being, the best parts of everybody, because everyone in us is having a good part, and every one of us is having also some deficits. So every leader must know the pros and cons of each character of the people with whom he's working, and he should deal with it accordingly. Know human nature and their importance of sincerely caring for your work. Keep your workers informed always. Always keep your workers informed. Always tell them what to do and what not to do. Know how to communicate with not only them, but also seniors and other people. Keep your workers always updated and informed. If you think that just tell them do this without giving explanation for what they are doing, this will not be a leadership behavior. Never to be a leadership behavior. A leadership is the one who give information about an explanation of every step the workers do or the employees do. So you, as example, you shouldn't say like this, do this work, but instead you can say, come, let us do together this work because this work will improve blah, 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 and this, and the way to do this work is blah, 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 blah. So you give them more details. about reasons for changing or what your decisions up to and the reasons for you to make a decisions. So you have to give them a fully information about all these points. Develop a sense of responsibility. This is another point. Develop a sense of responsibility in your workers. Help to develop good characters, trait that will help them carry out their professional responsibilities as well. So this also another point. How to reach to let them have a sense of responsibility. Create the feeling or the sense of responsibility inside your employees. Make them always feeling that they are responsible about this work. And if they are part of a team member, they feel that they are responsible about the whole objective, every one of them, without exception. So till the moment we said 8 of the principles of the leadership. Ensure that tasks are understood, because the worst enemy for any work to be done right is not to be clear or to be vague. If the work is vague or unclear, then don't expect good results in that case. Supervised and accomplished communications is the key to these responsibilities. These are the points as well. The followers. Who are the followers and what we want from the followers? The followers are different people, require different styles of leadership. Usually, this is the definition of the followers. This is the definition of the followers. They are different people, requires different styles of leadership. For example, a new hire requires more supervision than an experienced employee does. A new one is hired, require more supervision than an experienced employee. That's simply, logically. When you hire someone for the first time, it's not like he is working for you for a long time before. A new person is not experienced in the work, so he needs more control. He need more supervise, because he will have a lot of questions at the start itself of his job, and he need answering for all these questions. More supervision than experienced employee does. A person who lacks motivation requires a different approach than one with a high degree of motivations. You must know your people. You must know your people. So these are points also, or tasks should be put in the concern. You must know your people. You must know your people very well. As a leader, you must know your people. So I get from this page the followers, the meaning of the followers. Different people require different style of leadership. Remember that we said before that the followers are the one who determine how far the leader is good or bad. Remember, all situations, the situation also, all situations are different. Usually we have different situations. What you do in one situation will not always work in another. This is very important sentence. You can deal with the same situation with different manners or different reactions. Same situation, based on the circumstances around you. And actually, this is what makes humans a human, or understanding, because based on the situation around you, you change. As example, in a case of recession, you won't put the prices up if you are determining prices. You will not put the prices up in a time of recession. Recession means that the economy is going down and no one is buying and selling. So don't put the prices up in that time. But you can put the prices up in the cases of the prosperous or mild economic situation, or when there's peaks in the economy. You can put the prices up, and you are quite sure that there will be people who will buy. So the same decision which you are taking, which is putting upper prices, you deal with it in different ways based on the situation which is in front of you, based on what situation you are facing or encountering. You must use judgment to decide the best course of action and leadership style needed for each situation. What kind of style of leadership I need here? If there is a fire happened in the place of work, you don't use the democratic way to collect the people and tell them, shall we put the fire off, extinguish the fire or no? This will last time and you are very fast. You have to move very fast to the limit that you have to be autocratic to change, give the rules and for everyone to do something and this and that. The point is that the situation, one situation, can be encountered with many different types of reactions based on the situation itself. For example, you may need to confront an employee for inappropriate behavior, but if the confrontation is too late or too early, too harsh or too weak, then the results may prove ineffective. So that need time to do that. And time is very important, and the circumstances to decide what to do and what not to do. We'll go now to the theories of the leadership in this second part, but we move into the theories of leadership. To move into the theories of the leadership, we first got some questions about the leadership here, and we'll put some questions here right now. Just give me 1 minute. Our first question today is define leadership. Define leadership. What is the meaning of the leadership? And we said this question. This is our first question today. The define of the leadership, like I told you before, we reach to it. Let us get it back. Here, leadership is the process by which a person influences others to accomplish an objective and direct the organization in a way to make profits or to maximize its objectives. This is the meaning of the leadership. This is another expression for the meaning of the leadership. This is another expression. The factors of the leadership, you must have a honest understanding of who you are, what you know, and what you can do. These are the things which are important. And also remember that the followers, not the leader or someone else, who determines if the leader is successful. This sentence, don't forget it, that the followers are the one who decide if the leader deserves to be a leader or no. The followers are the people whom, or let's say they are employees at work. They are the employees at work. Then we talk about the principles of leadership, and I will take it right now. Now I'll put it as a question right now here. Define the, and here we go, the principles of leadership. Define the principles of leadership, and that is like that way. Then here we go for the second question, define the principles of leadership. This is the main 2 points we talk about. We'll move on to so we said, be yourself, be technically proficient, seek responsibility, make sound and timely decisions, set an example, know your people, and look out for their well-being, keep your workers informed, develop a sense of responsibility, ensure that tasks are understood for everyone, make sure that the followers are the one who appraise or evaluate or see if you deserve to be a leader or no. Only the followers are the one who can do this. Situations, what you will do in the situations. Remember, you don't act in the situations with the same manner always. You have to act with different ways. That was the two questions which we have just for the moment. And define the leadership, define the principles of leadership. And shall I stop here for around 5 minutes for you to get the answers before we move into the next part? So define leadership, define the principles of the leadership. And that's our first two questions today before we move into the next part. Shall stay here around 5 minutes, then we'll go to the next part. Thank you. Shall go to the second part. Shall move now, after we finish these questions, define the leadership, define the principles of leadership. Again, this is a quick reminder. There was 2 questions here. Shall move to the next part. Thank you so much.